and the students here at the college, and the fact that underneath the imperfections of a place like Baruch, and no institution is perfect, and the elevators take too long to arrive, and the coffee could be a little bit nicer, and sometimes there are far too many forms to fill out, and of course there are things that can always be done better. But underneath it all, that this place is about a beautiful idea, a noble idea that I said at the start. It's about, that the problems that we face in the world can be solved by this, by the book, by the intellect, and by solidarity, and not by ignorance and fear and violence. And the wonderful thing that happens when the secret, the intimate relationship that takes place between us as readers and the writer of books, when that is shared in a space like Baruch, how freedom is actually the result. So this is a piece, as I say, it's about a tower. It's about being in that room on September the 11th and imagining that you could see not only the north part of Manhattan and the beautiful tall buildings there, the Empire State and the Chrysler Building, but imagining that you could see all the way around the island to the space where those other towers used to be. And at the end of the poem, it repeats a word 7 times. And that's because I'm trying to build a tower. On the page, I'm hoping that it will look like a tower of words. So this is a poem called Tower. Baruch College, Manhattan, September the 11th, 2009. And I dedicate this to Provost Jim McCarthy, to Rosalind Bernstein, and to my students. New York in September. The Fahrenheit's high. The vertical campus is scraping the sky, and the sun over Lexington's howlingly bright, and the heat shimmers playing strange tricks with your sight. Yellow cabs scurry. White buses scream while up from the subway blast great vents of steam so that Marilyn's ghost has her skirts blown aloft, but the breeze down on Gramercy's subtle and soft. Park Avenue's roasted. 3rd Avenue's boiling, and guys selling hot dogs are valiantly toiling. Aromas of shish kebab, cheeseburgers frying, and guys peeling onions and happily crying. Down on Orchard Street, look, there are ghosts. You can see him through the age-dusted windows of the tenement museum, emigrants, refugees, runners away, many from Ireland still coming today, and the East Village girls, and their curls, and their tresses, and their long, lithe limbs in their calico dresses, and Italian old ladies of various ages, fanning their faces with magazine pages. And the night can be humid and tropical showery, or the dime stores of Chinatown, the dives of the Bowery. September is here, but the weather still swelters. Down in Tompkins Square Park and the homeless men's shelters, New York in September. It wears a bikini. Sinatra, Lou Reed, Ragamuffin, Puccini. The temperature's roaring, the yellow cab screech all around you, the soaring of Manhattan's speech. Yo, bro, que paso, what's up, dude, sayonara. Accents of Africa, Queens, Connemara. It's bebop, it's Gershwin, the blues man's howls, a whole city dancing calypsos of vowels. There's a cool Pakistani looking smooth in Armani, a Mexican busker, a rapper of rhymes, down on Broadway and Grand with a crucifix in hand. There's a street vendor selling the New York Times, and a beat cop from Brooklyn is chewing the breeze with a guy in a dress hanging down to his knees. And by Grand Central Station, trading honks with a train, there's a dude from the Bronx playing John Coltrane on a saxophone gold as the ochre of the sun as it sets on the harbour where the ships came in from the countries of famine and murder to be free. Now he's playing Sweet Jesus, just a closer walk with thee. And I'm here with my loved ones. My boys and my wife, we're a long way from Dublin. It's sorrowful joys and the temperature's merciless. Still it's exciting, researching a story I want to get writing. And where would you find it? Baruch's brave pizzazz. Its slangs and its languages, throbbing, sweet jazz. Down on Hop 23rd, a Congolese reverend mother gives food among the hungry, saying every poor man is my brother. Mohicans in leather, wannabe stars, and smooth Puerto Ricans in very cool bars. On the Lower East Side, someone drawls, it's all good. Handsome firemen are flirting with girls from the hood. So much life, so much colour, a riot of talk, so much zest, so much honour in their words, in their walk. New York, in September, it wins every bet. Then you notice the date. Never forget. September 11 is a rumour in the sky. And you're here in a college as people hurry by. You look down on black streets from a room in a school where they asked you to teach in 2009 when the world had its sorrows. But the students came still, like the better tomorrows. They always will. There are days when they are drowning, your hard-working students, breaker-swept, waterlogged, eyes streaming with typographies, in billows of facts, dazed by work and reading, a manatee dipping, a fluke whale beached. Look around you, there are books enough already, silting past in inky murk, barnacled with their frustrations. And then there are the days when they swim. Through depths of pasts, the old graved tiles, through everything written in water, through Atlantics of stories, by the corals of a thought, love poems, tracts, archipelagos of facts, sentences scratched, reports collated, the small things recorded, for no other reason than a fellowship with the possible, a faith-keeping, to say there are importances, other solidarities, versions. We are not here to be advertised to, or lied to, or to hate, to grub in dark spaces afraid of ever knowing. We are here to be better, to know more deeply what we are. Old maps, forgotten bindings, we too are bound. I do not wish to be alone. I wish to learn. God is a library, John Donne wrote. He shall gather us together. We are enfolded. And the metaphor tolling, it deepens, an echo, like the O's in John Donne, sonorous, resonant. God is a college in Manhattan. A DJ downstairs, an old professor staring as the sophomores stalk the cafe like the gazelle gods of libraries, while the statue of Bernard Baruch in the lobby by the bookstore is graven with the oratorio triumphantly reverberating of Muddy Waters singing Hoochie Coochie Man. The ghosts of old security guards in the elevators at midnight, riding up and down the lift shafts, swapping balladry and anecdotes, while out on Lexington Avenue a man gazes up at the windows and sees lights he doesn't understand. Gutta, cavat, lipidem, a Latin line from Ovid, tiled on the wall of the Bryant Park subway station, dripping water, hollow stone. We might yet be translated by the everyday mercy, by the written on the wall, by the purpose and commitment of Baruch in the fall, where the young of many languages gather and yearn and show by example and study and learn. And those of us honored to teach these heroes are taught of the possible every day. And the Empire State Building is glintingly kissed in her ball gown of neon illumined through the mist, and the lasers go sweeping Manhattan's cold sky. And the stargazers gaze as the starlets stroll by, and Manhattan comes wearing her brilliant disguise, a glittering tiara, Zorro mask around the eyes. She's a boy dressed in drag, she's a widow in Versace, with a painted-on smile like the sad Pagliacci. Soon, soon it will be Halloween again. Fall time will come to Manhattan. And in Washington Square, as the dusk brings on lights in Victorian houses, remarkable sights can be seen in the park where a spruce shakes his hair and a kid carves "I love you" into the bark. Madonnas and Elvises, many James Deans, cowboys and buccaneers, bishops and queens, 4 Michael Jacksons in sequined pajamas, 5 Hillary Clintons, 6 Barack Obamas. A girl dressed as Spider-Man kisses a homeboy draped in a toga like Julius Caesar, Marie Antoinette kissing Tarzan efficiently, near a pope and a Jedi jiving proficiently. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, Jimi Hendrix and Dylan so joyously rapping, Howlin' Wolf comes a-wailin' the Hoodoo Man blues, and the hands of freed people brave gospels are clapping, and the rocket's red glare over Washington Square were turned by Cole Porter to rhymes true and rare. Oh, O city of Whitman, O college of towers, I stand in your windows as the thunderstorms roll over Baruch College base camp for brave mountaineers, where I climbed when I lived in Manhattan. A season of thirsts, of replenishing waters, by the tower raised high by the immigrants. And to this flag I hold, to the things we raise here, the exile of hatred, the banishment of fear. We are part of better angels, something greater, redemptive. And when all of the rubble is gathered and cleared, the things we did here will save us. May you tower, 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 tower. Thank you.